a hand. Dick is going to tell us about how this all got started and where he intends to bring it.
The purpose of the String of Pearls project is just to honor people who've saved land. It's that simple. And we don't do the hard work. It's the land trust, like the Eastern Shore Land Conservancy, that does the hard work. Some of the properties here they've worked on for 20 years or more just to get them conserved. We're just coming here at the last minute and saying thank you, and then trying to create an atmosphere so that people look around, people in the public, people who are in positions to do the same thing, realize that this is the honorable thing that they can do as a way of leaving a legacy, as a way of what they can do for future generations. Some of the people who have protected these properties aren't alive today, and they've left these properties to the current owners, to the Bay region. In general terms, the countryside is so fragmented with development. It's almost as though there's a race between what can be protected and what can be developed. So these properties individually are very important, but they're also important because they connect in either wildlife corridors, farm areas that are adjacent. They're connected to form a buffer and to form a pathway to kind of create a mosaic. That's the vision I see of a mosaic around Chesapeake Bay, so that there are pearls everywhere that are connecting properties that are protected. Somebody asked me about what's the best thing to do, to donate a property to the county or to the state, or to put a conservation easement on them. And I thought, well, geez, I hadn't thought about that. I kind of initially thought it was the same thing. But then I realized when you put a conservation easement on it, when you write that into the deed of the property, that's private land, and that's a statement. When you give it to a government, you're not exactly sure what's going to happen in the future, though the land is initially protected.
Easy, Dick.
I just want to mention a couple points and then I'll be quiet. I want to thank Senator Riley, who's in a way my neighbor, and who's been very helpful to this project. And I won't thank people on the board because they're doing what they want to do. So, I'll mention that. Another general point, and this is the last point, is that there was a poll taken, a survey taken in Anne Arundel County. And the question was, how many people live in a watershed? And the answer was, that came back from the public survey, was 17% said they lived in a watershed. So 83% didn't believe they lived in a watershed. Probably 83% didn't know what a watershed was, which was clear, because we all live in a watershed. So there's a lot of education out there, and the business of being connected isn't clear in the public's mind, and I think that's a responsibility for each of us to spread that message. And like I say, the people doing the hard work are the Land Trust, Maryland Environmental Trust, Eastern Shore Land Conservancy, and we're operating in all 6 states. We've been focused right now on Maryland, but I think we're going to the District of Columbia and Delaware next. So this is just the beginning, and thank you. Thank you.